This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. Waymo announced it's getting ready to launch a Robotaxi service in San Francisco without a safety driver on board. For the past 6 months, Waymo has given free rides with a safety driver on board to a select group of people. And last month, it received a permit to start charging riders for those Robotaxi rides with a safety driver. However, it still needs a separate permit for driverless rides. Waymo didn't say when it will begin, but it will announce more details in the coming months. And the former head of GM's self-driving unit Cruise now has a new gig. Dan Ammann is joining Exxon Mobil to become the president of its low-carbon solutions business. Ammann abruptly quit Cruise at the end of last year, and reportedly he wanted to spin off Cruise, while GM CEO Mary Barra wanted to keep Cruise more in-house. It's pretty obvious who won that battle. Seems like there's battery news every day, and today is no different. Automakers need to make sure they have enough batteries to make the transition to EVs. And first up, Volkswagen is planning to open a new battery plant in Spain and will invest 7 billion euros in the country to create an EV hub. VW is aiming to start battery production at the new plant in 2026, which will have the capacity to produce 40 gigawatt hours annually. Next up, LG Energy Solutions is forming a joint venture with Stellantis to open a $1.5 billion battery plant in Canada. And lastly, Mercedes is joining the Automotive Cells Company, or ACC, which was formed by Stellantis and TotalEnergies in 2020 to build batteries in Europe. The group will produce 120 gigawatt hours by 2030 and start supplying the automakers by mid-decade. The ACC already announced plans to open factories in France and Germany, and it will also convert an existing Stellantis engine plant in Italy into a battery facility.
Mobility is becoming electric, connected and autonomous, just like the manufacturing world. But will always be one thing: a reliable partner for our customers.
Well, no more waiting on Maserati's all-new SUV. It's here. The Grecale made its debut yesterday, so we've got the highlights. It comes in 4 different variants. The base GT is powered by a 4-cylinder engine with 48-volt technology that produces nearly 300 horsepower. The Modena has a 325 horsepower 4-cylinder engine with 48-volt technology. The Trofeo comes with a 3-liter V6 that makes over 520 horsepower and will launch this crossover from 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. And lastly is the Folgore, which is the name Maserati will use for all of its electric models. There's no info on this model yet, other than it will have 400-volt technology and launch next year. The interior of the Grecale looks rather modern. There's a dual-screen layout that combines the HVAC controls and infotainment system, which kind of looks like an open book turned on its side. The instrument cluster is also a large digital display. The first versions can be ordered now, and deliveries are expected to kick off in the fall. Mercedes is taking the already capable AMG GT and cranking it up a notch to 11. The new Track series is the most powerful customer car ever developed by Mercedes-AMG. At its heart is a twin-turbo 4-liter V8 engine that's been upgraded with custom fuel injectors and a specific engine tune, which boosts output to 734 horsepower. That's fed through a 6-speed racing gearbox and on into the rear wheels. To aid road-hugging ability, the Track series features Bilstein shocks all the way around and extra louvers and wings to improve aerodynamics and downforce. But unlike other AMGs, there's no posh interior. This is a true racer with only the bare essential controls. Heck, there's not even a radio. Those are some of the reasons why it's only going to be limited to 55 examples, and it will have a price tag to reflect that. The Mercedes-AMG GT Track Series will start at €369,000 or over $405,000 when it goes on sale in the second quarter.
We want to know what drives your testing. OTA, connected car, diagnostics, remote testing. Intrepid Control Systems is here to help you work from anywhere. Intrepid Control Systems, driven by your data.
Used car prices are at record highs. But a new survey from Ally Financial found that millennials and Gen Z car buyers would rather buy a used vehicle over a new one. 71% said they prefer used over new. Soaring new car prices is likely the reason, but the survey also found that sustainability plays a role. 63% of young car buyers said they prefer used vehicles because they use fewer resources than building new vehicles. And while nearly 3/4 of young consumers said they considered buying an electric vehicle, almost half said the high cost of EVs could prevent them from purchasing one. Citroen came out with a little electric car called the Ammann. Then Opel came out with its own version called the Roxy. Then Citroen came out with a delivery version called the Ammann Cargo. So now Opel is coming out with the Roxy Cargo, but its cargo starts with the letter K. And like the Ammann Cargo, the Roxy Cargo comes with a modular compartment in place of the passenger seat, which is being shown here to deliver pizzas. The Roxy Cargo will first be available in Germany and the Netherlands sometime later this year, and Opel plans to expand to other markets after that. Chevy is showing off a little more of the Equinox EV. In this short teaser video, we get to see the front end and its lighting animation, as well as the rear end and how it lights up. As someone suggested in the comment section on YouTube in the past, Chevy is emphasizing the E in Equinox. And you may also notice the style of the E is similar to the lettering of its Ultium logo. The Equinox EV is scheduled to go on sale in the fall of next year with a starting price around $30,000. That's a wrap for today's show. Thank you for making Autoline a part of your day.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Intrepid Control Systems, over-the-air engineering, boost your game. And by Scheffler, we pioneer motion.